Yeah, word up, Marcellus. I can see it in your eyes, you've been carrying the weight, walking through the fire, still believing in your faith. Every scar's a chapter, every tear became a page. This is the story of Marcellus Ware, a heart that kept on beating when life didn't seem fair. From every midnight battle to the sunrise in the air, God turned every broken moment into hope for all to share. Oh, this is the story of Marcellus Ware.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the podcast, Tell Me Your Story. This is your host, Chris Baker. Hey, how you doing? And today's guest to tell his story is Mr. Marcellus Ware. Give it up for Marcellus.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on?
Welcome to the podcast, man. It's an honor and a privilege to have you on.
Great to be here, man. Great to be here. I'm sorry.
You're fine, man. You're fine. It's live. This is complete. For the people that are watching or listening at home, this is completely unscripted, as you see. Life is still going to interfere.
Right.
But anyway, let's jump right into this. Where does life take place for you? Where do you grow up at?
I grew up in Flint, Michigan. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I'm sorry about that. I grew up in
Told
Flint,
you,
Michigan.
unscripted.
Unscripted, y'all. Unscripted. Bro, take him outside, Marcel. Just take him outside for me. I grew up in Flint, Michigan. I was raised by my grandmother. I was raised in church, man. My grandmother raised me in church. My dad was in the streets. I went from staying with my grandmother to be with my dad. So I know both sides, you know. I was raised in church and I was raised in the streets. That's why I have a shirt that says the streets raised me, but my granny saved me. So so my grandma introduced me to Christ at a young age. I was in a young adult choir. I went to choir. I was in church from the age of. I started going to church when I was moved here from East Orange, New Jersey, when I was 2. My dad brought me from East Orange, New Jersey, when I was 2, and so when I was about 5 or 6, that's when my grandma got me into church, and I've been in church ever since, bro. But I'll tell you a little story about me. So my dad brought me from Jersey, like I said, and I stayed with my grandmother, his mother, and we stayed on the north side of Flint. And then my dad got his own place on the south side, and I lived all over Flint, to be honest, but I originally lived in Gundry Hood, in Flint, Michigan. And I went to Flint Northern High School. I played football. Um, got hurt my junior year. Then I ended up going to Job Corps. Got out of the trade, man. Um, in painting. And once I was done with that, I went to the streets. I started selling drugs, bro. But like I said, I was raised in church, man. So, but I had to go out and see the world for myself, you know, because my grandma had a clamp on me hard, bro. At a young age, bro, she had me. She showed me how to cook, clean, sew, everything, bro. I remember nights, bro. Friday nights we played football, bro. I played varsity, and I remember my body would be sore, and I come home, and I would take a shower, go to sleep, wake up Saturday morning. I still had to clean the house. So, but that's just how it was in my granny house. And bro, but I mean, I thank God for her. You know what I'm saying? She made me the man I am today. But like I said, bro, I was in the streets. I sold drugs. I'm not proud to say that, you know what I'm saying, but that was just a learning experience I did. Um, I got raped at a young age when I was 10 years old, by one of my friend's brothers. I thought I was gonna be gay, but God, God said no, and I got addicted to pornography at a young age, bro. I found it in my dad's room. Um, I found books. Then I started seeing tapes, and so
The whole that whole door open, man. Isn't that
that
crazy?
bro. Listen, and when that door opened, bro, to be honest, bro, and I try to tell my son this now, bro, who's he's 18 now, man. Once that door opened, bro, it's man, it's crazy, bro. So like I said, I got raped at a young age. I never told my grandmother, but I remember my dad was in prison. He's out now, thank God. And my dad asked him, he said, why didn't you tell me then? And the devil had me so conflicted to where I thought it was my fault that I got
Mm.
raped. But it wasn't my fault, man. I'm 10 years old at a child's birthday party, spending the night, and one of our friends' older brother raped me. And so I told my dad. My dad, tears rolled down his face, and he said, "Why didn't you tell me?" And I said, "Dad, because you probably been in here for the rest of your life." And then I felt like it was my fault. And he said, "Son, it wasn't your fault. I'm sorry." And I remember telling my stepmom, and she told me. She started crying, and my stepmom was hard on me, bro. I know I'm all over the place, but I'm just trying to. I'm
You're
sorry, bro.
cool. You're cool.
I'm all over the place, but and she was tough on me growing up. You know what I'm saying? She was very, 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 very. I would say she was very strict, man. Um, she was very tough on me. Uh,
Hold
but
on,
she.
before we go any further, I want to kind of step back just a little bit, kind of
Okay,
straighten this
okay,
out. That way, people that are watching, listening, again,
okay,
they want to hear the whole story.
okay,
Uh,
okay.
so we kind of go back. I mean, for the younger audience that's watching right now, they want to know: is this with technology or before technology?
This was before technology.
So you couldn't record this, you couldn't report this, you couldn't do like how it was, like because that's what a lot of they're probably thinking is like, why don't you just hurry up and say like send a text message to your folks or anything, call somebody, say something.
I'm 42, man. This was back in, whew, man. Listen, 94, bro. So there was no, you know what I'm saying? Like the only phone that we had was about the size of a box. You know, one of them big old phones. I ain't had no phone, man. But and my dad, man, my dad did drugs, bro. And my dad did drugs. He sold drugs. You know what I'm saying? And thank God, he saved. God saved his life. But yeah. So
So you said you were at a birthday party, you know,
yeah.
and what? How did this in like kind of explain how it like actually happened? I know this is like personal or anything, and how you know, but how did it come about? Was it just like did you wake up and he was like harassing? What was going on?
So it's crazy, bro. So I woke up. I used the bathroom, and he was sitting in the corner, and he was rubbing on himself. And I'm young, bro. You know, so this was way before I even started watching porn. I'm like, bro, what is this dude doing? And so he was like, "You want to touch it?" I'm like, touch what? And I touched it. I'm like, touch what? He's like, touch this. And I'm like, what? What is that? And one thing led to another, and I'm like, no, bro, I'm cool. And all I remember is he was bro, he was like at least 6'6", bro, a big dude. Like I know I'm big now, but I was a little fella back then. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm.
put my parents down, did whatever he did, bro. And man, it was, bro, it was crazy, man. But
But like you said, from that like that act, you were kind of confused too,
Yeah,
because then it like we were beginning to touch on is it opened the door. Because
yeah,
then before you know it, you started watching, looking at porn, looking at
yeah,
magazines back then. You weren't watching videos, you were looking at magazines, Playboy magazines, or
yeah,
whatever was available at that time.
yeah. Fighting that urge to, because I knew I wasn't gay. You know what I'm saying? I knew I liked the
Yeah.
girls. So for me to fight that urge, I would watch pornography, girl pornography, and you know what I'm saying, and look at females. You know what I'm saying, just so I can make myself feel more,
Yeah.
like you know what I'm saying. So and then I started masturbating, and you know what I'm saying, and it took off there, bro. And then I've been dealing with that. So that's why that once you get into that, bro, that's a hard thing to break. You know what I'm saying? That's super hard to break. And so um and I encourage anybody who's ever been touched on, who's ever been molested, who's ever somebody ever said something to him that way, even if you feel like um you you don't want to tell anybody, reach out, man. Just talk to somebody, talk to your pastor, talk to an older sibling. You know what I'm saying? Talk to someone, bro, because opening that door, it's 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 very, very tough. Like I still battle with it to this day. I'm 42 years old, and and I'm married. I've been married for 11 years, and I still battle with this to this day. You know, and so that thing right there is very, 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 very tough to deal with. And so, yes, man. Um,
Hold on. After the act was committed,
yes, sir.
how long was it before you were able to openly talk about it? And how did you act afterwards? Did you become silent? What was going on? What was going on
So,
through your head at that time? Because you're a young kid at the time, and the
so,
unthinkable just happened to you.
so, um, gay thoughts start coming to my mind, bro. Um, and I was battling with the gay thoughts, and so, uh, gay thoughts went in my mind, and I had to battle with them, and so I just started, like I said earlier, I started watching pornography, and I didn't openly say nothing about this until I was 30 something years old, bro, with my dad. I kept it silent, bro. I never told nobody. I kept it to myself. And I told my son's mother, actually. I told my son's mother. And I told her, and then life went on, and then I met my wife, and I
Hold
told
on.
her.
Before we go too far, I know I keep jumping in it. I keep cutting it off right there, but I
Yeah.
feel like this is a very important topic to talk about
Yes, sir. Yes,
because
sir. Yes, sir.
as a man talking to another man about it is
Yes, sir.
we really need to address this
Yes,
with
sir.
mental health.
Yes, sir.
Why didn't we say anything at the time? So
Yes, sir.
kind of break down to the audience right now. Why didn't you come forth earlier? What was the reasoning? What was really going on? Kind of express like really why we don't say nothing at the time.
Bro, to be honest, I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Shame, guilt. Like I said, I felt like it was my fault. Um, Embarrassment. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, this was, you know what I'm saying? So, and then pride, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm not even gonna tell nobody that, man. I don't want nobody thinking I'm gay, bro. Like me, you know what I'm saying? I'm the funny. Chris, you've been knowing me for a long time. I've been funny my whole life, so I'm the funny guy. I make everybody else feel happy but me. You know what I'm saying? I look out. I would try to help everybody else before I help myself. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how I am. So
Marcellus, I like that too, though. I know you're the funny guy, But to be real with you, I always knew you had pain behind you. I hate to say it like that, but it's the truth. I always knew it. I knew it all along. I knew you were hiding stuff. Because, honestly, I mean, that funny guy always tries to hold it together. He seems like he has it all together, right? But truthfully, he's the one that's going through it the most. He's hiding something deep inside. And I knew that from a young age because God's always been with me. He's always kind of told me these things. Did I always listen? No. But he always told me, like, one day you guys are going to have that talk. And maybe this is finally it. I mean, I don't know. But I always, like, you always been a cool dude. I mean, you knew me when I was, like, I was 14. We first met when we was at 2007 at Cedar Point. And, I was young and dumb at the time, thinking, not caring. Putting some ice in the frying pan.
Man, yeah. Yeah.
Wasn't even thinking but twice about that. That's another story for another time.
Another time. Yeah. Yeah.
But what I've learned over the years, though, man, and truthfully, when the Holy Spirit kind of taught me that is like, yeah, one day we're just gonna have this talk because I knew like, and I see it more than ever nowadays. It's especially for the people that are watching, listening right now. It's like that dude that always seems like he has it together is the one that you need to talk to the most because he's carrying the most burdens. He's got a lot on his chest, a lot on his plate. And I'm not saying, everybody else has got it together, but this is where really men, women, we need to talk to each other. We need to get close again. We need to, you see somebody hurting or anything, just step aside. And like you said, that pride, man, we got to let go of it. We need to stand up for each other. We need to talk to each other. And it sounds weak, but truthfully, I mean, it just, I don't know if I'm putting in the best words, but we really do. We need to talk to each other because we're all going through the same stuff. We're all living our own lives. We're going through stuff every day, living our journeys, man. But there's certain things, just especially like what you just said, what you went through, and you were afraid to talk about it, and you carried it for 20 years before you actually started speaking up about it. And think about that, guys. 20 years of holding that in and not saying that pride, that ego, man, it's tough because in the back of your mind, it's eating at you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, it is, bro. It is. And me talking to my 18-year-old son about it, man, it's hard, man. It's hard, bro. It's man, it's tough, bro. It's tough. But if I knew what I knew now, back then, I definitely would have told. I definitely would have told. I probably would have tried to do something to him, but and I'm gonna be honest. I probably would have did something to him. You know what I'm saying? But um, I definitely would have told for sure.
Because back then, you was a different person. You wasn't completely who you are now. Like you said, you were out there. You were still learning who you were becoming as a person.
Yes, sir.
And like you said, you were kind of in between a battle where you learn how to become a man, and at the same time, you kind of just got robbed of it a little bit. And you have a lot of questions. Why was it me? And then on top of that, I wanted to ask though, did it mess with your faith at all?
No, no, I don't think so. No, no, no,
Or is that what helped get you through it?
bro. That's what helped me get through it, bro. Listen, God is a bro. I listen, bro. God's been by my side, bro, since day one. The devil been trying to kill me since I've been in the womb, man. But no weapon formed against me shall prosper.
Amen.
Right. So um, I thank God, bro, for never leaving me, man. I thank God for having a praying grandmother. I know this, man. I'm man, bro. If I didn't know who God was, Chris, I wouldn't be here where I'm at right now today. And that's the honest to God's truth, man. Um, I know man, we all go through things, bro, but I just thank God, bro, that I have a relationship with him. I thank God that he ordained me. I thank God that I'm ordained. I thank God that I'm married. I thank God that I have a praying wife. I thank God that I had a praying grandmother. I thank God
Yeah.
for my son, my family that I have now. So it's just, bro, I I'm hurt a little bit, bro, and I try not to think about it. And I believe it was my son or somebody asked me because I was talking about it. If I was to ever see that dude ever again, what would I do? I don't know. And that's the truth. I don't know. I don't know what would I do to him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I do. And that's truthful. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people who I would pray and forgive him, bro. And I don't know what I would do. You know what I'm saying? But I pray that God, you know what I do forgive him. You know what I'm saying? Because that'll help free me. Like that'll I I pray God's mercy on his life. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah. I pray God's mercy on his life, man. Um, it's and I pray that he haven't touched anybody else. Um, but yeah, yeah, yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So we continue with the story. So after all that happened, was it a turning point for you? How did life go on after that? You were
Um,
10. You're not even in your teens. How was that going? Remember, people,
um,
this is before the phones, before technology.
way before the phone. I turned into um I started being bad, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like I said, pornography, started getting bad. Started attitude problems, man. Acting up in school, and typical kid getting whoopings. You know what I'm saying? Just typical stuff, man. Growing up, um, getting into fights, fighting, beating, jumping kids, beating kids up. Um, and so then I went to go stay with my grandmother, and that's when my grandmother put me in the church, and that's what helped change me, you know. Um, and I went from that, like from there to middle school to high school, graduated. Like I said, I got hurt. Uh, Ended up going to Job Corps, graduated to Job Corps, and I went to the streets, bro. Then I went from the streets, and then God saved me again, bro. And He sent me to down here in 2007, and
Okay,
that's
hold
where
on,
I'm
hold on,
at.
hold on. Wait. Because we keep forgetting this juicy part of the story, man. So you said you ended up in the streets. What influenced you to come out to the streets?
to to go to the streets.
Yeah, was there like a friend that pulled you out there?
My
Was it yourself? What was going on?
my auntie, my cousins, man. I'm seeing my cousins with all this money. Um, I'm seeing them with the girls, the money, the cars, the all the Jordans, all the you know what I'm saying, the life, the drinking, and I wanted to do that. I've been in school. I've been, you know what I'm saying. I'm going to school. I can't do nothing. My grandma keeping me in the house. You know what I'm saying. I couldn't leave the neighborhood. I couldn't go to parties. I had to stay at home and clean the yard and you know what I'm saying, and study and stay in the house and you know what I'm saying. So excuse me. And so I said, let me go see what this life is about. And I had some good times and some bad times. I thank God I never been to jail. Never got caught. Um, but God was with me through that too. Because um I've been through a couple raids with my dad growing up. A lot of people out there who don't know what raids are, that's when the police come in the house because it's drugs in the house, and they take everybody to jail. Right. So I've been to two. So I'm gonna back the story up real quick, Chris. I remember my dad got raided um a year after I got molested. Um and I end up going to my grandmother's house or whatever. That was the first time, and then the second time was when I was in high school. It was my junior year. He got raided, and the same cop that was there knew who I was, and so um uh he and so my dad, when I was about 13, my dad wanted to take me back to New Jersey to my dad, to my mother. And so this is how God works. He's trying to take me back to New Jersey, and he stops in Ohio, Sandusky, Ohio. And he stops on 101 at that gas station, gets him a pint of White Irish Rose, drinks it, stops at that McDonald's, give me some food, and his car stops right in front of the police.
Hmm.
It wouldn't go nowhere. It just stopped. And I ended up being in foster care in Sandusky, Ohio
Wow.
for like 2 weeks. Till my grandma had to bail him out, and then we went back to Flint. But God showed me a long time ago this is where he wanted me to be at. So,
Yeah.
God does things in threes. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. That was the first time. The second time was when I was at Job Corps. We came down here on a trip. That was the second time. And the third time was when I met you. So, and then I just came down here. But yeah.
So, just
Okay.
in case anybody got lost in the story there for a minute,
My bad, Joe. I'm sorry. I'm everywhere. I'm
were
sorry.
were you selling anything at 11, or were you just hanging out with your dad?
I was just hanging out with my dad, man. I was just hanging out
Okay,
with my dad,
okay.
just soaking up, just being nosy, man. Just being a typical kid, bro. Watching everything. I mean, I still was bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? I remember I was so bad, bro. My my bedroom was right next to the bathroom, and I cut a hole in the wall so I could look at all the girls that were in the bathroom. That's how bad I was, bro. So yeah, 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 bro, yeah,
That's
yeah,
kind of, I
yeah,
mean.
yeah, yeah, man.
So,
Yeah.
would you say in a way that your dad kind of influenced you?
No, nah,
That he,
nah,
like with drugs and stuff?
nah, nah. I wouldn't. Well, no, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't blame my dad. I would blame my cousins. Because my dad really didn't want me to see this stuff, man. He was trying to make me go outside, play with my friends, make me go in my room, make me go play the game. Now I had a game system, but an Atari, a Genesis, but
What
um,
is that? What is that, man? I don't know about that. They're like, what is
yeah,
that? What is this? I never heard. That's not no Xbox, PlayStation,
right, man, PS5,
Wii. Yeah, that ain't,
yeah,
what is this
yeah,
stuff that we're talking
yeah,
about?
yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Atari.
yeah, but yeah, so my dad really tried to keep me away from the stuff, man. But I'm a nosy kid, bro. Um, Trying to be around my dad, man. And so I don't blame it on my dad, bro, at all. He really didn't even want me to be around and stuff, like I said, man. But you know, I'm a kid.
It happens. It happens.
It
You're
happened to me.
curious. You're a curious mind at a
Yeah,
young age. You're like,
yeah,
what is my dad doing? Why is he always in this stuff?
exactly. Yeah, dad. Like, why you always looking like that? Why you always? But, but, yeah, yes, sir.
So your cousins kind of got you caught up in that life.
Yeah.
What was the first? I mean, what was the first thing that you started? Like, how did you get into selling? Did they teach you? Did they show you the ropes? What was? Because people want to know that. That like hearing that story.
So um, I just seen them like money all over the table. One day I came home from school. I'm seeing all this crack on the table, weed on the table. I'm seeing all this money. I'm seeing these girls. I'm like, dang, man, what is this, bro? What is? I'm telling you, man, put that down, man. You don't know what you're doing, man. Man, this grown man business. Grown man business. Man, man, what? And see, I was arrogant as a young child. Like, man, who you talking to? Like, what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what is you talking about, bro? What? So, and then I'm seeing all this money. So I'm like, you know what? One day, I want to see what this grown man business is about. And so I started selling drugs when I was about 20, 21. Yeah. Yep, 2021. Yep.
Now tell us what you remember. Do you remember that first sale? That first time you sold drugs? What was going through your mind at the time? Was your heart racing? What was happening?
Actually, it wasn't racing at all. I was I was high off weed, was smoking weed. It was one of my auntie friends. Just I sold I sold it in. Um, I gave it to me. She gave me the money. I was like, "Is that easy? I just made this much that fast? Oh, let's keep this ball rolling." But then later on that day, I felt like, like guilty a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I kept drinking so I wouldn't feel that. You know what I'm saying? I kept like because I didn't want to feel that. You know what I'm saying? Like guilty feeling. So I started drinking more again and smoking weed more. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to fit in. You know what I'm saying? I want to fit in. I want to be the cool guy. I want, you know what I'm saying? I want to be because my nickname Momo. So Momo want to be the tough guy. You know what I'm saying? Momo want to be the street guy. I want to be. I want everybody to love me. I want the girls to find me attractive. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna do this and do that to fit in. Instead of being myself, being my loving self, I'm gonna do what all the other dudes do. I'm gonna sell drugs. I'm gonna get high. I'm gonna drink. That's whack, bro.
You want to hear something crazy? That a lot of people are probably watching this right now would never think that this guy did it at one time too.
What?
now,
Chris?
no, I'm not saying that out of that I'm proud about it, but it happened once. You know, once you're hanging around the wrong people, I should say. You know, you're having a good time. You don't even realize what you're doing, and you, like you said, you're under the influence. I was high at the time. I was feeling good, and little did I know that I had it on me, and somebody asked, and I sold it to them for $20. And the thing about it too, to be honest, is I didn't even think twice about it. But after I did it, that was the one and only time I ever did that in my life. But I was thinking about it like, damn, man, actually I did it myself. I've been in that boat and didn't even think twice about it. But I lucked out, man. But am I proud of it? No, I'm not happy about that.
Bro.
Because that like shortly afterwards, like I said, I've always had kind of God in my life, and even in that moment, I was getting convicted. He was telling me like, "What are you doing, man? This ain't the life that I called you to do. What are you trying to get yourself in trouble?" And like I said, I was under the influence, and I wasn't really thinking about it. Didn't think twice. Just sold it, went on my way like it was nothing. Did I ever think about doing it again? No. That was just a one time, and that was it. So if anybody ever was wondering, yeah, I have been there. I've done that, but I'm not proud of it. So I'm not all clean over here. I've had a secret life. But I
Right,
figured there's a fact for you guys.
right.
All right, back to Marcellus' story. So you're out there, you're selling it, and you're not even thinking. You're not even really thinking about it, man. You're just kind of fitting in with the crowd. You're like, this is kind of the lifestyle. This is how you get people to hang around you. You're being that goofy guy that everybody knows. You're getting around with the girls. And now everybody's kind of getting a taste for you because they're like, he's got the stuff, man. If we need anything, we know to hit up Marcellus, right?
Whack, bro. Corny, man. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, so yeah, we did that for a while, bro. And I remember how I stopped. So then how I stopped smoking weed was one of my the girl I talked to at the time. She just said, "Can you please stop smoking weed? Because you got this job and we're trying to get a apartment, and I don't want you to lose this job. They gonna drug test you, so." I cared about the chick, so I stopped smoking. And then I broke up with the chick, and I remember I was with my little cousins one night. We was playing cards, and I had stopped smoking for a minute. And this was Chris. This was like after I met you, and I was playing cards with him. And like, man, you ain't smoke with you ain't never smoked with me, man. I'm grown now, man. I remember I heard stories about you. You should smoke weed. I'm like, all right, bro. I smoke with you. Come on. So I smoke with him. I'm looking in the mirror. I'm thinking I'm a man. Yeah, that. Bro, I went upstairs. I had a bad trip. Bro, I started hearing voices. I'm thinking my legs. I'm crying like, what's going on? So I remember I called my best friend Chuck. Chuck, if you watching this, I called you and you ain't answer. No, no, I'm playing, but God wanted to use somebody else. So I called my cousin Mario. Mario, I used to look up to Mario at a young age. Man, he was a menace, bro, but God saved his life. And so he said, "Cuz, why you crying right now? Tell God you'll never touch it again. And mean it from your heart. And just cry out to him." I'm like, what, man? I'm not trying, man, what up? I did it, bro. When I tell you, as soon as I did that, God took it away, like instantly. Like when they say he's an on time God,
Mm-hmm.
bro, he instantly took it away. Now, mind you, before I did that, now you know they say your high go down when if you take a cold shower or bro. I got higher, Chris. It was like God was trying to teach me a lesson because, like I told you earlier, my dad did drugs, and I didn't tell you, but my real biological mama died from drugs, bro. So I was breaking a family curse. You know what I'm saying? God was using me to break a family curse. So I'm like, man. So I cried out to God. God took it away, and I never touched weed again, ever, ever. Matter of fact, I ain't sold drugs ever, ever again. Bro. I ain't touched no drugs ever, ever, ever,
And
ever.
that's the thing. Like a lot of people, they look at it like, man, because like you look at it nowadays and you see it in every movie. I mean, you're being pretty much brainwashed to believe in that. This is the way of
Yeah,
life. Everybody thinks
yeah,
that. But
yeah.
honestly, like you said, God was doing something bigger in you.
Yes,
He was breaking
yes,
the chains, man. You were getting away from the addiction that was
yeah,
the stronghold that's been on your family. And like to me, not to put anything on blast, but I was in the same boat. I seen it growing up, man. But the thing about it is, God kind of told me right away. He's like, "Do you really want to be like tied down to this stuff all the time?" And to be honest, guys, I never thought it was cool. I looked at it like, "Oh, this is a good time. This is just a way of life." To me, I was like, "No." there's to me, I always looked at it like there's so much more to life than this. Plus, I seen this the way people acted when they were on this stuff. And I still see it now. It's like the stuff doesn't seem to make anybody happy. Instead, it seems to cause a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Because there's like I also think too that all that money you spend on that stuff, man. What else you could be doing with it? Especially if you got a family now.
Yes.
And I'm not trying to convict anybody, but you guys got to think about it. What could you actually done with that instead of spending and getting yourself a temporary high just to feel good for that minute.
And you go
I don't
right
know.
back to the same pain that you was dealing with before you was even, you know what I'm saying? Once you once you get high, see, a lot of people say, well, I got high because I was dealing with this and dealing with that. So once you do the drugs and then you come back down, you still dealing with the same thing you was dealing with when you was getting high.
That's what
So
I'm
it's
saying.
just like,
You get away from it for a minute. You're like you step out of reality for a second. You're feeling good for a minute, but it wears off, guys. You come back and you still got the same problems as before.
man.
But now it's worse because now you got that you're hungry and you're looking at you're broke. You're looking at looking at your bank account and seeing nothing in there. Looking in your wallet and there's dust bunnies flying out at you
Right.
because you spent money on dumb shit. I'm sorry. I'm
You good, bro. You good. You good, man. You good. You good, man. You good.
Listen, the same thing goes for drinking too, and I have
Yeah.
nothing against anybody with that too, because I
I'm
was
not
in that
gonna
I was in that lifestyle too, the party lifestyle, where I was going out and about drinking whatever, but just hanging out with the boys, picking up the girls and stuff, being out there. But like I said before, when I was out there at Dailies or anywhere, it hit me hard because I looked around me in that bar. It was kind of like I don't know if it was God, just opening me up to see like what was going on around me, kind of making me more aware of what was happening. But I could always see like the people around me never looked happy, and I could always hear it inside me saying, "Do you really want to live this lifestyle forever, Chris? Look around you. Do these people look happy to you?" I'm like, no, they don't. And then I would also hear too at the same time, it's like, Chris, I got so much more for you to offer. I got a better life for you. And I'm not saying anybody in the bar, that you're a bad person or anything like that. But to me, that's what I was feeling every night. And the people I was with at the time, if you remember, I was asking you guys, do you guys feel that same way? Do you guys feel guilty for being here? Do you feel like this is not the right place for you? And they look at me like I was crazy, like I was nuts. And then, after a while, you get afraid to talk about that stuff to your friends because you don't want them to think that you're a Debbie Downer. But
right.
I ended up leaving the scene because of that, because I couldn't deal with it. It was an every night thing. I was like, I don't know how you guys do this every week, how you feel comfortable being here. Every time I'm in this place, I don't feel joy. I feel like grief on me. I feel like, dude, I could be doing something better than this. And
You know
sure
what's
enough,
crazy?
I left
You know
that
what's
scene,
crazy,
man.
bro? You know what's crazy,
What?
Chris? Bro, I bounced at Louis and Charlie's, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I still feel like, bro, I still feel that, bro. Like, why am I doing this, man?
Yeah, it's
Because
like
it, cause
that's
it
what I'm
brings
saying.
out,
Like you feel it. Go
right,
ahead.
man, because it
Sorry.
brings out a side of me that, I'm sorry, bro, but it brings out the side of me that I don't like, bro. Like, that dog side of me that I thought I buried a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but we can continue, bro. My bad. I'm sorry.
No, like I agree. We're kind of going back and forth with this because,
Yeah.
like you said, you're feeling it though. When you're in there, you're used to being in that environment. You feel like that old you that you thought you buried is gone, but yet you're still out here. It's still coming alive when you're in that environment. You're still feeling it. Like, hey, man, I feel like I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like all right now, huh? But this is the crazy part about. I kind of just like the more I study the word and get into it. Listen, like, you guys might call me nuts for this, but think about this. Wine and spirits. Think about it. Wine and spirits. The more I hear those two words, I hear whining spirits. Because when you're under the influence of them, you start acting like a different person, right? You feel more confident. You feel like suddenly the music's playing and you start feeling good. You start feeling yourself. You want to be, you start getting that, the romantic side of you. You start getting them slow
Mhm.
jams going. You want to start bouncing and rubbing on people. Or there's some of you that get upset and angry. Or there's others that you realize you become very emotional. You start crying. I know some people, you're feeling this right now because it's true. You feel it every time you drink. It hits you. You're feeling sadness. You're feeling anger, or you just want to be with anything that moves. But that's not really who you are. I hate to say that, and the more I think about this over the years, is under the influence. The more you hear that, it makes more sense to me because you're under the influence. Something's taking possession of you. When you black out, that's not who you are. It's somebody else inside you controlling you. And I need you guys got to wake up, man. This is truth. This stuff is not really you. That person that you were in the bars, it's not you. It's the drink that you're drinking. It's not too late to step away from it. Become who you really are meant to be. Because I know you're not happy. I was never happy. He's never happy. He still feels it working at them. You might being a bouncer, can you admit it? When you're in that moment, man, I mean it might be a temporary happiness, but at the end of the night, when it wears off, you're back in the same boat again. How do you feel? It's not the lifestyle. Man, I'm really getting off topic here. This is your story. What am I doing? Telling,
You
telling
good,
my
man.
business.
Listen, bro. Listen, bro. Man, let God use you, bro.
All right, I'll go back to you, man.
What's going on, buddy? I'm here.
Do you ever feel that though? Does it hit you?
Yeah, it do, man. It do a lot, bro. It do. It do, man. It do. It do. It do.
So we were talking about 2007. You come to Sandusky and you're working at Cedar Point. You're living at the. Were you living at the Commons at the time?
Sir. Yes, sir.
So let's talk about that. How was your life during this time period? Where was Marcellus at then?
Man, I was a man whore, man. I was a man. I was a woman, man. I was uh, chasing women, making money. Uh, then I end up meeting my son's mother, got her pregnant. Um, I had my son in 2008. Uh, then from there, continued to work at Cedar Point all the way to 2010, and then I went back home to Michigan. I got fired uh, for stuff I didn't do, but I worked at then I stayed in Flint from 2010 to 2012. I worked at a shelter down there, helping people. I got back in the church. Um, I thank God for my my best friend, my little brother Chuck, and his grandmother, Mother Hatcher. Rest in peace. A wonderful, beautiful soul, man. Wonderful woman, man. She was a pastor, man. She passed away. Beautiful woman, man. Awesome woman of God, man. Uh, I ended up working down there, had a job. God bless me, bro. I was working for a security company. I was working at a warming center down there doing security, and I felt in my heart, bro, because they was giving the people the food. You know what I'm saying down there. but they were giving them enough. So I took my money, went and bought some food, and fed the people, and they fired me. So when I did God's will, God gave me double blessings because when they fired me, I got my unemployment, but I kept it for like a year or longer. And because they cut it off at a certain time, but God let me have it longer. And so I remember my grandma would let me move back in the house. She told me, "No, you can't. I taught you how to be a man." I'm like, "What? Wait, huh? I can't come back home? No, man, that crushed me, bro. I'm a granny's boy, Chris, to the core. All right, so I'm staying over my friend's house, couch to couch, females' houses, this, that, and the third. Whoop. So one night, my cousin called me. He said, "Cuz, you want to ride me to Detroit?" Now, mind you, that's where my son lives at. I said, "Yeah, I'll ride with you. But once you drop me off over my son's mother house, I want to go see my son." And so he like, "All right, cool." I go down there. I helped get my son a bath, put him to bed. I went in my son's mother's house, got on my knees and said, "Lord, here I am. I have nowhere else to go. Lord, I need you to come see about me. I need you from a sincere heart." I had tears in my eyes, everything, man. When you really, 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 really sincere from your heart, because God knows us all because He made us. So He knows when you being sincere with Him. He knows this. He moved on my behalf. The next morning, one of my good friends, Leon, you remember Leon Maloney?
Yep.
Yeah, one of my good friends. He called me. He said, "Bro, what you doing?" I said, "Man, I'm down here with your nephew, Marcellus." He said, "Bro, man, how long you been down here? How long you gonna be down here?" I said, "Man, I don't know, bro. I'm just moving around." He said, "Man, why don't you come chill with me for a while?" So I went over there. I stayed with him. And then, you remember Kyle Spicer?
Yep.
Man, I thank God for this man, dog, and his family. He called us one day, bro. God used these men. Kyle said, "Bro, what y'all doing?" He said, "Bro, we just out here chilling." He said, "What y'all doing for the summer?" "Man, we don't know, bro. We don't know." He said, "Man, well, why don't y'all come down here to Sandusky, stay at my dad and mom's house, get you a job, and then y'all go from there." So boom. Um, I tell Leon, "I'm going, bro." He like, "Man, all right, man, I'm gonna go." Mind you, I told you, God blessed me with my unemployment. So I had money coming in, I had money going to child support, and then I still have money to take care of myself. So I remember getting on the Greyhound bus, bro. I remember going across the bridge. Then I heard a still voice said, "Welcome home." I said, "What? Welcome home?" I told Leon, like, "Bro, what you tripping, man? I said, "Bro, I don't think I'm going back to Michigan." He said, "Bro, man, that's your home, bro." And bro, I've been here ever since, bro. I met my beautiful wife, Sarah. I got my job at my first week here. I worked two jobs. No, three. I had three jobs: Taco Bell, Jimmy John's, and Great Wolf. Then I worked. Then I started working at Venture, and I've been on Venture for 11 years, man.
I was just thinking. I was thinking to myself, man, I forgot that we worked together at Grateful Lodge too.
We did, didn't
We
we?
did. We did.
You the dishwasher,
I,
wasn't you?
yeah, I forgot all about it.
Bro. God is amazing, bro. God had you in my life for a minute, man, and man, and it, man,
Yeah,
wow, I
because
got so much
my
stories.
first job was Cedar Point. The more crazy part is my first job was Cedar Point. My second job was Grave Lodge. So you worked at both of my first two jobs.
Man, listen, bro. I really, man, wow, man, wow, wow. You've been a blessing being around, man. You've been a blessing being around, man. I really thank God for you, man. I really see your growth. Um, you really motivate me to do what God called me to do.
Amen to that.
Yes, man. Really, really. And I really thank God for you, man. I really thank God for you.
So you're working them jobs, man. You're flowing. You're working at Jimmy John's. You're working at Grave Lodge. What else is going on? Life is
Then I,
happening for you.
yeah, man. Then I end up meeting my wife. Um, then I end up from, and then once I got married, because in the Bible it says, he that found a wife finds a good time, finds a good thing, and obtains favor from the Lord. So once I got married, I got favor. Got my job at Venture. I've been there ever since, man. Um, I'm the I'm the head chaplain at the great 1216. Venture. I've been there 11 years, man. July 17th, I'll be there 11 years. I'm the head chaplain there, and I'm the sergeant at arms of the region. So God bless me, man. And I'm not gonna lie, man. I've been trying to leave Venture for a long time, but every time I try to leave, God elevate me, man. Every time I'm like, I'm leaving. God, no, you're not. It ain't your time to leave yet. So, oh, man, I just, man, God is good, bro. God is good, man.
And I look at it like this too. God doesn't want you to leave Venture yet because He's using you there for a reason. There's people that need to hear you. You're talking to people. You're preaching to people there. You're letting people know that what they need to hear. And I think
That's
that's really what it is. We want to go. We want to venture out and go to different places, but God's like, no, you're not done here yet. I still got work for you to do. Because
man.
think about it. Like every time you tried to leave, what happened? You said you got elevated. God moved you up to another position. Like,
Man,
no, still there.
man, bro. Yeah, man, you're right. You're right, bro.
Now, how many people since you've been at Ventura has given their life to Christ because of you? Don't fall asleep on me over there.
No, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. People, I'm sorry, man. I'm tired, man. It's been a few, bro. It's been a few. It's been a few. It's been a few. It's been a few. I can't. Man, dang, it's been a few, bro. It's been a few. I put it like that. It's been a few. I can't remember the number, but it's been a few. It's been a few. And it's a lot of people that come up to me and say, Mo, thank you for always listening. Because when I listen, bro, I don't tell people business.
Mm-hmm.
That's what a lot of people do. Um, that's what a lot of people do. They run and tell people business. I don't do that, man, because I believe that it's between us two and God. So yeah. And then I try to help them as much as I can. I let them vent. I let them talk to me. You know what I'm saying? And then what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, man, I try to be a help, So
Now, coming to Sandusky, though, it was a big change for you. I mean, you were familiar with it, but where'd you lock in at, man? Where'd you end up going to church?
Father's Heart Family Church. Father's Heart Family Church. This is my daughter Gucci. Say hi.
What's up, Gucci?
Say hi. How you?
Welcome to the podcast, Gucci.
Would have been a podcast. All right. You know.
Gucci!
Say hi.
What up, Gucci?
Say hi. Say hi, Chris. Say hi. Get on, close your brother.
So you got locked in at Father's House. How'd you get caught up in that? Did somebody invite you? How'd you end up there?
So one of my brothers, his name was Fred George. He eventually moved back to Illinois, but he invited me one time, and I just fell in love with it, and I've been there ever since, man. I've been there 12 years.
I hear nothing but
Great.
good things about. Yeah, I hear nothing but good things at Father's Heart.
Yeah,
Good
man. Yeah.
things, very good things.
Awesome Pastor Tony Robinson, man. That's my spiritual dad, man. I love him, man. Man, he got a beautiful heart, man. He love people. I encourage everybody to come check us out, man. Um, Sundays, 10:30. I forgot the the address. It's so late at night right now. I can't really think right now. I can't even read secrets at. But I'm gonna text it to Chris, and then Chris will give it to you guys.
It'll be in the description. It'll be down here, guys.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
And if
Mill
you're from
Street.
Sandusky, yeah, if you're
It's
from
on Mill
Sandusky,
Street.
man, it's right next to the old YMCA. That
Yes,
I think
sir.
is a
Big church on the
a,
corner.
a book bar now. It's next to the book bar, whatever they call it now.
Yep. Yep.
By the
Yes, sir.
golf course, that Mills Golf Course. It's right on
Yes,
Mill
sir.
Street, right off of Perkins Ave. It's right there at the corner. You can't miss it. It used to be called. It was, I think it was St. Paul Lutheran at one time,
Yep.
but now it's
Yes,
Father
sir.
Hart.
Yes, sir. Yes,
But
sir.
you'll see a lot of great people there. A lot of great people. Like you said, you got Pastor Robertson. He's awesome. Love that guy. Got Marcellus over there. You got Spencer Ferrari. He's a great guy. You
I
got
love Chris.
Kate,
Yep.
she's awesome too.
Yep.
I could list off a bunch of people over there. But if you're in the Sandusky area, I definitely recommend you to go there. I've been there a few times. But I'm tied up at Mount Harvest. I love it out here. I'm out here in Milan,
I'm gonna come
Ohio.
visit y'all.
So
I'm gonna come visit
definitely
y'all,
got to
man.
check us out up on the hill, man.
I got you. I got you.
Great church, great people, great family. It's if you ever come, if people are watching this, you're at out in the Milan area, come to Mount Harvest. Definitely, it's a very welcoming family. It's a very open church. We are Pentecostal,
Ooh.
so if you're not used to seeing demons get cast out of people, it might be you might be seeing some stuff for the
I
first
love
time
that.
that yeah.
I love that, man. Ooh, man,
See,
listen, boy.
speaking in
Speaking in tongues.
tongues.
Ooh, yeah, most stuff. Yeah, boy. I'm telling you, boy.
This ain't
Yes,
normal
man.
church. This ain't the normal church
That's
you would see anywhere
church.
else.
Yes, man. Yes.
This is the stuff that you read about in the New Testament where Jesus walks in, sees the man that's been dealing with how many demons he had, how many demons that guy had. Didn't matter because Jesus took care of him. He
Hey,
said,
man.
get out. Get
Flee.
out.
Flee.
The legion was gone. Imagine that. So anything's possible, man. Open your
Yes,
Bibles.
sir.
Get in. People that are trying to get into the Word, I recommend that if you're going to read, start with the New Testament first. Check that out. Go with that first, and then work your way to the Old Testament. That's the
Oh,
best way to
also,
start it off. Yeah.
I'm a part of a street ministry called Saving Soul. Um, our thing gonna be in the description. Um, check us out, man. Check us out, man. Check us out. Check us out. Yeah.
When did you get baptized, man? That's what I want to know. And I'm pretty sure anybody else is trying to figure out when were you baptized.
I've been baptized a couple times. When I was younger, I got baptized, and then Pastor Tony baptized me a couple times, man. But I was recently baptized a couple months ago. Me and my wife got rebaptized together. Um, yeah, yeah,
Amen, man. That's
yes, sir.
awesome.
Yes, sir.
Get,
Yes, sir.
did you guys get dunked in the tank?
Dipped,
did
dipped, dipped.
they
I
hold
love
you
it.
down under?
Hey. Yeah, 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 man. Yeah. No, man, they let me up. Man, yes, man. But yeah, man, I thank God for Pastor Tony, man. People at Father's Heart, man. It's a wonderful church, bro.
All right. As we begin to wrap this thing up, man, I simply just want to say thank you for coming on, sharing your story.
Sir, yes, sir. I want to
Like
tell
it,
people
what?
real quick. My bad, Chris. I'm sorry for cutting you off, bro. I'm so
You're fine.
sorry. So, basically, man, my story is, man, uh, if you're going through something, man, don't be afraid to tell. You're not weak. You're not soft. You're not less of a man or less of a boy. Tell somebody. Talk to somebody. Open up. You know, these days, man, a lot of people think just because you gonna tell you soft, you're not, man. It don't make you less of a man, man. It don't. If you need counseling, like I'm about to start counseling because I need it. I need it, man, because I'm still battling things from my childhood. That sometimes I let out on my son, on my wife, on the people I love, man. And you don't want to do that, man. You don't want to leak your old blood on people that you love. People, you know what I'm saying? So while you're young now, for the for the listeners that's listening right now, people who know me who probably watching this, oh, more I never knew this. Yes, man. I battle with a lot of things, man. But God is helping me get through 'em. And at the age of 42, man, I can honestly say that, man. I'm about to start taking counseling, man, because I need it. I really do. Yes, I really do, man. So if you know any good counselors, man, let me know. Text me, call me. We can talk about it outside the video. But as for everybody else, man, go get some help, man. It's not bad to get counseling. I used to think, oh, that'll make me look weird. That'll make me look strange if I go get counseling. Because I'm in because I'm a street minister. I'm a minister, man. I don't need no counseling, man. I just pray. Yes, you can pray, but you still can go get some help. You know? So that's what I got to say. I love you guys.
Amen. Well said. Well said. Well said. Uh, as I like to, wrap this thing up, I like to always ask, I always like to pass the mic over to the guest and allow you guys to actually be the host for a minute and ask me 3 questions. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you
Chris,
got.
what I got? Um, Chris, 3 questions, man. How is your marriage going?
We've been together. Yeah, like I always like to joke with everybody. My marriage is going very well. Hasn't been all sunshine and rainbows. Now, man, it's been tough because for me, and I've said this many times, is growing up, man, I was a very independent person. I was used to doing everything on my own. Once I got married, I realized like it's not just about me anymore. It's about us. It's not just about I. It's about we. We got to become a team. We got to work together. And that first year, man, it was kind of tough because I had to learn how to start telling her what I was doing, where I was going.
That
it,
I hate that. I ain't
it,
gonna
it,
lie.
it, I got used to, I was so comfortable, just living that lifestyle where I would leave, I would go somewhere and not even think twice about it, because that was the first challenge that I had to face. But at the same time, is like you also have to take care of one another. You don't just say it; you got to do it, man. And It's not like the movies you see where you ride off into the sunset. There's gonna be days where you're not gonna see eye to eye on everything. There's gonna be days where you're gonna butt heads, and there's gonna be days that you're simply gonna say something that you didn't mean to say. But I've learned that you got to sit down, trust God, and come together and talk to each other. Never, also like very important is never go to bed angry at each other. Always try it because you never know if you're gonna wake up the next day. You got to be thankful for every moment. Now, every time we leave or we go our separate ways for the day, at work or about to go to sleep, I always make sure I say I love her and I give her a kiss. Man, I always make sure I do that. But we've been together going on almost 8 years. We've been married for almost 6.
Okay.
She hasn't killed me yet.
Hey, that's a blessing.
she hasn't killed me yet, man. But every day is I'm learning something new, and I'm very grateful that God has placed her in my life because she has helped me a lot, and there's no other partner in this world that I would want than her. And for guys that are watching this right now, this is important for you, especially when you go back to like the porn stuff. And I know I'm breaking bro code when I say this stuff, but you guys got to be careful with this. When a bro comes up to you and says, if you had the chance or the opportunity, if you were single, with this person or that person, always reject that question because it's actually a setup. You're allowing a door to be open in your life.
Man.
Because if you agree to this, you're basically saying that you would be down to cheat on your other half. And you don't realize it because you see it as just a game, but you're kind of opening the door to allow some bad stuff to come into your life, to get some work flowing. So always shut down the question. Say, nah, I'm happy with my wife. That's the only person I see in my life. So just throwing my 2 cents out there, guys. I hate to break bro code, but that's the truth. Stay away from that stuff. It's not good. I mean, even we'll have a separate podcast for like porn and stuff and how to stay away from it. Just certain things you gotta be careful with, because especially like they tell you about certain celebrities, bros would be talking about, hey, would you, if you had a chance, this celebrity showed up, don't answer that question either. Stay away from it. Be like, nope, I'm all about my wife, man. That's all that matters. Because anything that comes out of your mouth, man, it's working against you if you say the wrong things, and it opens doors that you don't quite understand. And once those doors open, they're hard to close. Don't allow unnecessary stress to come into your marriage. Avoid those questions. Shut them down as soon as they come at you. Close the door. Don't even answer the knock. But back to the main question. Yes, I'm very happy with my marriage. Marriage is good, man. It's a challenge at times, but like I said, there's nobody in this world I'd rather be with than her. I love you, Jen.
Are there children in the future?
This is a tough one because is that question number 2?
Yeah.
Okay, so question number 2 is kind of tough because I guess I'll answer for her because she don't like being on camera. Before we got together, my wife found out she had stage 4 endometriosis. And for people that don't understand, that's a cancer, and it got wrapped around her lady intestines, her lady parts. And she was with some other guy at the time, but so when she found out this news that she would know, she had all the lady parts removed because she can't. It was either that or she'd die at a younger age. I'd never got to meet her. And so she found out that she would never be a mother. So to answer that question, will there be children? Yes. And as of right now, we have fur babies that are a replacement. we have kittens, and they're amazing. They're not quite, they're not like children, but to me and her, it feels like it's awesome. It's an awesome feeling. I like the substitution. They're definitely a handful at times. But in the long run, I think we will eventually adopt. We'll get some children when that time is, when God's ready to bless us with that chapter.
And number 3 would be, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Right now, I'm just living for the moment. Where I see myself in 10 years, I don't know. I'm living for today, man. 10 years it's a while out, but right now, I gotta live it day by day and take on that day first. Because, if I learned anything, time goes by quick. And if I blink, 10 years will pass me by. But 10 years from now, I want to keep being a better me, a man of God, and continue to live life to the fullest, man. And 10 years, I still want God to be a big part of my life. I don't know where he's going to take me, but I'm excited. I'm excited because, I don't think a lot of people think like that, because having God in your life, man, you just don't know. You don't know what's going to come next. You don't know what's going to happen. But I love it, man, because it's exciting. I know who's leading every step of the way. I know that I'm going to meet some incredible people like I have with you, Marcellus, man. Who would have ever thought we would have met at Cedar Point, worked together at Grave Lodge, here talking on this podcast about our lives.
God is amazing,
where my faith takes me in 10 years. I'm excited. I'm excited.
You got it, bro.
I'm excited, man. I really am.
And I need you to be on my podcast next.
Yeah. Well, what's your podcast, man? Let's hear about that.
It's in the making, man. We'll talk about it more off the thing, but it's in the making. It's in the making. It's in the making.
So you guys heard that here first. Marcellus is about to have his own podcast.
Yes,
and we're gonna hear more about that in the future, because
yes,
the guy's working it with him. The seed has been planted. Now we just gotta water that seed and watch it grow.
Yes, man, yes.
And I know without a doubt he's gonna bless that podcast, man. You're gonna do great things. You're gonna meet some great people, and I can't wait to be on it when that time comes.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
I can't. I can only imagine what I can only imagine what your podcast is gonna be about. It's gonna be exciting, man. And I see nothing but it's gonna be a blessing. It's gonna be a blessing for sure.
I appreciate you, man.
But other than that, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. This is your host, Chris Baker. That's Marcellus. You just heard his story. The next story I want to hear is yours. But until then, next time, peace out.
Word up, yeah. Every triumph leaves a light that shines forever bright. Every soul can spark a flame and help another win the fight. After struggle, after pain, hope will always rise again. That's the end of the show. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for believing. We'll see you next time with another story to inspire. This is Tell Me Your Story with Chris Baker Jr.